Looks like we got a little Robin Hood, don't we? Is that what you call it? I don't know what you'd call it.
I don't know. That's Robin Hood takes from the poor and gives to the rich. Yeah, I guess.
Reverse Robin Hood.
No, reverse Robin Hood.
Takes from the poor and gives to the rich.
Right.
But for some reason, I mean, you can do a Medicaid HMO for profit, right?
Apparently.
But it was for profit, not for profit. How do you do that? It's like a shell game?
I would say, yeah, what we're talking about
is Caresource executives making scads of money off Medicaid.
Yeah, our tax dollars paying big salaries to people to administer our tax dollars.
Well, I know, but they deserve it.
Oh, wait a second.
Because
if the
it
president of the United
if
States makes $400,000, cabinet people make maybe a quarter.
But these are more efficient people.
Oh, they are?
They deserve that money.
Really?
That's the theory, isn't it? Because if they were a top-level SES 4, which is a 4-star general in the military, you know, I don't know if you know senior executive service.
Right.
Is anybody familiar with all this? Probably not. Whatever. But the long story short is they would be paid maybe $150,000 a year, which is about six times the lowest grunt.
Right.
But for some reason, most people in the military, as I get off track, are totally pro-free market and pro-whatever.
Right.
Even though they're the most socialist organization in the world.
Absolutely.
So it's kind of weird.
You will wear this, you will eat that, you will do this, you will take this shot, and you will die for your country.
But, so you can live free.
Yeah.
And that once you get out, these executives can rob you because that's what you've died for. Yeah. I don't get it, really. Really.
I'm looking at this thing with Caresource, and for a couple of years, they're a for-profit and paying their employees that way, and a couple of years they're not. And either you are or you aren't. And I really got to start questioning. They get these tax breaks, build this big building. They have all these people working for them, but they don't actually provide health care.
They shuffle paper.
They administer health care. Big difference.
Are they the death-like board?
The death panel?
Aren't they the death panel? They decide who gets...
They're the death panel of our economy because we can't keep paying people a couple million. If we decided to pay our city manager $1.5 million a year all of a sudden, people would have a cow. But why aren't they having a cow about this?
Well, because people really don't understand what's going on. But that's okay. The bait and switch.
Oh, so go to sleep at the wheel and everything's okay. You're messing up the paper again, Greg.
Well, that's no problem. I'm fascinated by Sarah Palin coming for the right to lifers, too.
No, but I love this line. Caresource is entirely funded with taxpayer dollars, receiving money from the state, federal Medicaid program for each client who meets its poverty guidelines and enrolls in the HMO.
Well, they set up in the right spot.
Apparently, because we got a lot of poor people here.
Wall Street made sure by selling off our manufacturing to China that we would be in poverty.
Yeah, so we got a lot of poverty. We got a lot of impoverished people, and for some reason we can't administer this with our own, government employees. No, we have to turn it over to the private sector because they're much more efficient. And so Miss Morris, takes home, what is it here? $2.9 million in 2008. That's almost $3 million.
Well, look, she only took $1.7 million in 2007 and $1.5 in 2006. She's got a big increase, didn't she?
Well, the company,
because it went from
grew when we got a lot more poor people in this country.
Well, it also changes up. You can afford to pay your employees a lot more when you're no longer paying stockholders because it's a not-for-profit.
Well,
they not-for-profit
didn't give their employees any raises this year.
Well, you bloat the management out. That's what you do.
Oh, okay.
And then look who you have on the Caresource board.
Who?
A hospital executive. Well, what might Caresource be directing?
The dollars to?
Might that be hospitals?
Yeah, unfortunately.
But he leaves the room when any of those... He's such a good guy, he leaves the room.
He makes about $4 million a year.
Well, you could certainly trust Tom.
Oh, yes.
Because he's out to make
he's part of our saving 3 core groups in Dayton.
What do you mean?
Feds, Eds, and Meds. He's the Meds guy.
Yeah, I know. We're taking a wrecking ball to anything that actually makes goods in this country. Matter of fact, I think we're down to the 1960s level in what we produce for goods, even though our population has increased.
But we got to pay these people to take care of us exorbitant amounts of money because they're doing such a good job. Because everybody has health care in this country and it's affordable.
No, we don't have health care.
Everybody must, because we can afford to pay Pam Morris $2.9 million a year and Tom Breidenbach $4 million a year. That's a lot of money for people supposed to be helping us. Somehow I don't think the people helping us are helping us very much.
Well, they're helping to themselves, which has been my point. But it's survival of the fittest, and, obviously if you, are a worker in Dayton, you aren't the fittest, and you don't deserve it.
You don't deserve a job, you don't deserve health care. All you should do is pay taxes and shut up.
Well, pretty soon the tax revolt's coming. I mean, these people are, the fair taxers are...
this is just ridiculous. Not a dime of her own money, not a dime of private investors' money, all tax dollars. She's an administrator. It's set. And they think that she's required, they say it's because other health organizations might steal her. You know what? Maybe we should just knock out all those health HMOs, period, and just have a single payer and stop shuffling paperwork and actually pay for health care.
For some reason, that's what I hear about every industry. Oh, we have to pay these people because we're going to lose stuff. I mean, they say it about Wall Street. They say it about everything.
I have no problems paying you if it's your money.
Look, the truth
your company. You started it.
It's been self-evident. You aren't losing by losing these people.
No.
They just have enough money to buy advertising to say, oh, we're the best people to do it.
Oh, it's not advertising's fault. Don't get started there.
Well, I mean, come on.
No.
Who advertises in this paper?
Oh, the health.
Well, now that real estate's down there.
Yeah, Miami Valley has a big ad telling us.
Now that the real estate's down the toilet,
we go.
You got to fund it somewhere.
Miami Valley Hospital. Oh, it's Good Samaritan Hospital. It's good to be great.
Yes. Yes, as the wrecking balls hit GM, the cranes go up at Caresource and the greater Miami Valley Hospital.
It's not sustainable, people.
It doesn't make sense, but they're getting theirs.
Hold on. Yeah, but if you, again, think about this. Would you pay a government employee to administer Medicare $2.9 million a year? I think not.
No, not at all. Yeah, it makes no sense, does it? But she's been there 24 years.